This is another thing with the Zbrush that we, have for 30 or so days. And I wanted to show you stuff about Z-spheres, which I can barely say. And those can come in handy in building an armature. So if I click on the Z-sphere in the light box, double click, and it's going to ask me, and no, I don't want what I have. I get this Z-sphere, and right now it's, zoom out, not a horrible size, but I want to make it a little bit smaller, and I could sit there and use the scale thing, but that's kind of, I'm going to click deformation, and I'm going to scroll down to size, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, right about there is what I feel comfortable with, for some reason. Zoom in to see this thing. So right now, we're in draw. You'll notice there's no tool like you've seen before. And we got symmetry, so I'm going to leave symmetry on because I want a symmetrical armature. And actually, if I hold the shift key down, it holds it at the same size. So when I hold the shift key down and do that, boom, happens really quick. Let's Control Z and change that. Now, if I don't hold the shift key down, I start to get this, and I can kind of make it that size, make it about the same by dragging it. I'm not letting go yet, and I let go. So we got this little bean thing growing here. What the heck is that? So then we can go to move, take off of draw, go from draw to move, and now it's going to do something different. I'm going to be able to grab on those ends of it and pull it out. Let's zoom out. Maybe not that far out. Far out, dude. I can put it back. Alright, so then I can, now when I go to the center, I'm in symmetry, but if I get to the center and I get a green, sometimes green, oh, I'm not in draw. Pay attention where you are. Alright, so I get that green dot, you'll see it right there. I can now pull one there. That seems reasonable. And then go back to move and drag this down. One thing I get confused, so there's move down here and I'm doing that, and there's move up there and I'm doing the other thing, so just be aware. Things change. So we can do that and go back to draw. So I got sort of a torso with shoulders maybe, I don't know, maybe not. So I can go down here and, oh, I went too small. I'm going to stretch that out a little bit. I might have messed the whole thing up. Let's see what happens when I move that. Okay. Control Z. Control Z is wonderful. Control Z. See, I made a little, when you go on to do this, and you click on it, oh, you can hold the shift key down to get the same size, but when you click on it, you want to hold as you drag a little bit. No, I'm in move again. See, I'm demonstrating, so I hold it a little bit like this, so I can make that the size. I could keep it smaller too. Stop. Then I can go back to move and drag these guys down. Kind of creepy robot guy. And then I'm going to do another one. Oops, too big. Keep it smaller. And then go back to move. And I can kind of get this, and we will zoom out some more. Move and bring this, I don't know. So you want to measure this, obviously. Or maybe not, obviously. But I think you're getting, zoom in again. Zoom in again. Draw. Put one on this side. And then pull it out. There. Go back to draw. Oops, I think I messed that up again. Control Z, yeah, because I have a little tiny. Alright, if at first you don't. And you can also remember, if you want them just to be about the same size all the way around. I hope. Did something weird there. Control Z. Try. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And move. not really measuring, so you probably want to measure. Anyway, here, let's pull that up. I just pull these down. I'm like, well, those are really stiff legs, Joe. Isn't he a little stiff? You can take and go back to draw and say, okay, I want a knee right there. And now it added one in. And now when I hit move, I can do this. So I can make him dance around. Of course, I should have measured. You can change that. So he's got a very weird knee. Got some issues going on. And then, of course, the hand. I could do something with the hands too, but you get the idea. He doesn't have a head yet anyway. Well, let's give him a little stub for a head. Not that big. And move. There we go. So now you can see we're getting an armature. Now there's probably a bunch of ways to do this. And the way that part of what these are used for in Zbrush is to make movable figures and build skins and bond them and da-da-da-da-da-da. You want to learn about animation? You should take a class in that. I'm used to working with clay, and now I'm working with digital clay, so that's how I'm thinking about this. So I'm just seeing this as our wire armatures we used in class. So say this is the pose you want. Isn't it lovely? And you can also go, remember you can go up you could hit the X key too. Let's take off symmetry. And then when you move, you got the one side. Yeah, don't end up with, you can really, this isn't thinking about it for you. You can really create, So you got to be intelligent, just like when you're making your wire armature. Anyway, so you can play with him. All right, let's see if we can remember what to do. All right, so I can't sculpt on this right now. I've only got these, this thing. I just add more things, so that's, what good is that, Joe? So let's see if we can figure that out. So what I found works is to go, come on, Junior. Oh, subtool, it's right in front of me. And then scroll down. Was it in subtool? No, maybe I'm... Oh, there it is, not in subtool. I'm completely confused. Adaptive skin. Hit adaptive skin, and I just hit make adaptive skin. I hit it. Alright, so now I want to scroll back up, and I could be set. This is what I do. I don't see anything happen, and I would be clicking that button thousands of times. But I've got up here all of a sudden, I got a different thing, so it puts it up here, gives you layers. So if we opened up subtool, still have that, but we got, let's see, was this which one did I make? We don't need this over there. I think that's him. So I'm going to click on that, and now he's on deck, so to speak. Now I got this thing smooth. He doesn't have the draw and the move are like they used to be, and when I hit on draw, I can now, let's go to something a little more aggressive. Clay buildup. I can now, here, let's zoom in. Clay buildup. Oh, got it. Oh, and size. So I can make a bigger tool. So if I'm roughing it out, I can now build. You can build them up. And remember, shift. Whoops, shift can help you smooth. But we can just kind of start building them up. Give them a rib cage. Doing a lousy job. We'll get there. And kind of work on him. And just like you would with the clay. And again, you can hold down shift and smooth. And there's the different... clay build is a little rough. Maybe I should use just the regular tool. But anyway, you can see how you can... Yeesh. Okay, shift. Got to turn and look at your piece. And also, there's also Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Sometimes. Let's see how far we go. There we go. So be a little more careful. I'm just kind of whipping things around. So once you get him into the pose you want, you can go in and sculpt on him. Maybe this is a little heavy-handed tool. But I just distorted him there, so maybe that was too heavy-handed. Remember, Control Z, Control Z. So maybe we choose the standard to kind of turn down the intensity. Let's try regular clay. And flattening it out. Great. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. So I can zoom in, and then I want to turn down the intensity. And build up on these arms carefully, because they're fried. You don't want to use a big, powerful thing on the arms, you just smush the whole thing. Alright, my demos are so gentle. So maybe not using the, build up in the bigger areas. Take your time. So let's see what happens if I slowly build up my intensity, what the level is at which I can start. So that doesn't crush, but it's getting a little better over here. I'm slowly building up. I guess the same as like hitting it with a hammer. Anyway, so that is working with the Z-spheres.